All right. Welcome to the channel. My name's Joshua. It's been a while since I did my last one. I believe it was on the 17th. So it's now the 23rd. There's no excuses here, guys. I do greatly apologize for the lack of consistency. I want to get to a point where this is the primary, daily thing that I can do to share. Of course, I do my meditations on my own. And it is fairly convenient to be here. It's just that my schedule in the evenings has not been as consistent lately. So, again, I apologize. It is very imperative, though, for me today to just kind of bring in and get back to sharing a meditation. For those following around by the 7 Chakra Tears Facebook group, there's just been there's an interesting jump here through the month of love, right? In February. Let me go ahead and bring in our frequency. And this is a 432 general hertz. Just some copyright free background, that I really do want to be able to incorporate a little bit better. So, to kind of catch up to speed, not that there's anything crazy to the whole process here, but I've been doing a lot of daily writings and not being super focused specifically to the chakras, at least to the naked eye, right? If you don't know where I'm coming from, it may not be as extremely clear to you, like how these correlate to the lower chakra centers. So today's meditation time, I just kind of want to bring myself to that space of bringing that intention to each chakra gradually, just between fear and love, right? Fear being this counteraction to love, the resistance to love, that space where within me, within all of us, our tendencies, they're not necessarily innate to our spirit, however, they have been ingrained in us by our ego. To break this down, the whole purpose of meditation essentially should be, and can be, isn't always, but the intention is to be able to listen intuitively to something beyond this temporal world, to take ourselves beyond the physical plane, to take us past the observations of the world, but with peace and serenity and silence, become capable of hearing something so loudly, speaking so true, resonating so pure through especially those lower chakra centers. When it is in our root that we ache, our lower back specifically, there's usually a tendency of, or a lack of, fundamental and foundational energy. The lack of even knowing where I am, who I am. This feeling of not being safe or out of balance. Start with our meditation, if we can, just by bringing our attention there to the lowest part of our back. Recognizing the power of earth has us. Let's find faith. Find faith in whatever it is that you can. But we have to have faith that we are safe and that all the provisions of this world will find us when we let go and surrender to that ego, to the spirit, and let go of our ego. Our spirit is innate within us. Let us not continually wear any masks. In this meditation, just please bring your closed eyes, not just to a darkness, but to a light. Push yourself beyond the darkness to recognize the power within you. The comfortable space that the earth provides for our bodies to rest upon, our feet to walk upon, to take us anywhere that we need to go, to show us anything that we need to be shown. Not so much visually, but experientially. In this space, in our lowest root chakra, we are safe. We are afforded all opportunity to have everything that we've ever truly needed, to accomplish anything that we're intended to accomplish. Let's allow that portal, that area and that arena to open and flow. And let the energy be brought into us. As we move more into the water energy of our sacral chakra, allowing that energy to rise just a little bit. Those tickling sensations of pleasure, perhaps. The fluid, the creativity. The first inclination of our spirit within ourselves. That part of us that knows what we like to do, what we enjoy, where our pleasures come from in creativity. And let's take a moment in this current to bring to the forefront your creative spirit. Whether that be in writing, singing, dancing. What is it that brings you joy, that allows you not to just keep it to yourself, but to share it with the world? It may be something you've put on the shelf for far too long. A distant memory. Is it in cooking for others? Is it in some art and craft, painting, drawing? Become aware of the joy of a memory that may have sparked that interest, or a moment of recognition at a younger age. And the joy that is found within that pleasure. ability here to share and to feel with all the emotions of this water energy. We want to allow that emotional energy to be fluid within us. Not so much to the points of extreme anger, but in a positive light. That emotion that brings to the surface this divinity of passion. And with this thought, that passion, may it grow. As you envision yourself continuing to push back into that creative capacity. Give yourself permission to lean in on your skills, your talents. To reopen that. And as that passion becomes emboldened within you and becomes more consistent again, you recognize that there is a fire within you that burns. As we move into our solar plexus, our third chakra center, and our lower diaphragm, breathing deeply into our bellies, perhaps just bringing your hands to your belly. Recognize that with some deeper breaths into your belly, we can stoke that fire of personal power and passion. As you begin to grow in your bosom there, cultivate that fire again. Take note of where perhaps you've been giving away your personal power. Take note of who it is that you've been giving it away to. Is it an external family member? Are you giving away too much of your energy to your job? Are you not standing up for yourself? In what arena of your life have you sacrificed your personal power? Listen here to your gut. It will give you all the intuition that you need. There is a part of you, and it exists here, that if you've not been passionate in a long time, take note of it now. Rebuild that fire within you. This is not a game. This is your life. We are living in either heaven or hell now. Listen for that answer. And use that answer to find an action. An action that you can take to do. With that thought, with that listening intention. Bring yourself into a place of courage to do something that you've been needing to do for a very long time. To step out of a comfort zone that you've been sacrificing your personal power to. As we finally come to the center of our being, we can tap on our heart here, wake it up a little bit. Allow that fire to bring itself into our heart. To receive that love again, to picture ourselves in harmony with the universe, knowing who we are, acknowledging the feeling of being alive, and taking accountability for that within our gut to right action. And with that right action now, we begin to love. First, we most importantly begin to love ourselves. Practicing self-care. Recognizing that these actions that we will inevitably need to take, whether we do that now or in some far distant time, perpetuating a suffering cycle, this is what we're able to do. Bring ourselves to love of ourselves, so that we can learn to love others. And as a result of loving others, finally, be capable of receiving love just the same. Without conditions, but holding true to who we are, no matter what. Listen to your spirit. Let go of all else. Feel that love. Feel this love. We are all capable of moving from fear to love. There are some very simple actions that need to be taken more often than not. But they are simple and subtle. They just simply require us to disengage from some ego mindset letting go of that which does not serve us, cultivating a personal power, and utilizing our own creativity of our divine nature to share with the world and to not keep this so much to ourselves. This is the power that comes from within, from our lower 4 chakra centers. Do not take this for granted. Do not take love for granted. Do not shrink from the love that you are intended to give. I sincerely thank you for allowing me the opportunity to meditate with you, to be here with you, to find pause in silence, to seek out an action that will grow within me and bring me to a much more bountiful blessing. I am not here to be comfortable. I am here to grow. We are here to grow. I invite you to take a moment to yourself here, just for a few moments. And we will conclude this evening's meditation. I bid you well. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a great rest of your evening. so much for joining me this evening. I bid you a wonderful rest of your week into the weekend. Happy Friday, and peace be with you.